Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam, and welcome back to After Campfire, where I still have a beard. Quarantine time. This is gonna be one of the most interesting times to look back on in the future. But it is still utterly depressing today. I I don't like this. I am not that bad about being alone all the time, just being socially awkward growing up. That's something I became quite accustomed to, unfortunately. But, anyways, it would have worked out well for this present circumstance. However, the lack of structure that would be given to me by a job or any kind of external schedule is bugging me up so hard. And it's just so much to deal with. And I know, Sam's last question to me, which made me get all, negative, was just about, how are you staying productive? And he mentioned, oh yeah, I forget that I care more about being productive in a way. He didn't word it like that. He made it sound more different. I don't really remember how he said it, but it that's kind of not really how I feel about it. It's what's different between me and him is that our hobbies, and his hobbies are in a sense productive. His hobbies are creation. He writes poetry and books and stuff. My hobbies, like video games and stuff, just inherently aren't. But that doesn't mean I don't want to be productive. I am just not great with self motivation and no structure. Once I have structure, it's great. But making my own is difficult in circumstances like this. So that's Henry's diary of how to struggle to try to even be some kind of adult in this world. I had some interviews and stuff this week, and just recruiter phone calls, and it's just depressing. It's just I guess what I was thinking about today a lot is it's just such a frustrating reminder of how last year was really difficult because I had to figure out getting a job, and then I got, not only did I get a cool job, I got basically my dream job, and then I immediately lost it, and it's just crushing and frustrating, and I don't even know what to do. And I know I'm not the only one going through a hard time, but just fuck, it sucks so much. Anyways, I know my previous question was about what is something you try to get people to watch and stuff that it is hard to get people to watch. And I believe at the time I mentioned Love is War because Love is War is so good. Also, and it is so hard to get people to watch it. I think that just because I don't know, a lot of my friends who watch anime at all are just in their own world of what they're watching right now. And I don't watch that many new anime, and I don't watch many current anime, so I don't know. I feel somehow that pushes me away from being able to get people to watch something new that I think is new and cool. But yeah, I really like that show, or that, and mostly the show is still such early days compared to where the manga is now, and I know what I mentioned in my last episode is something I said was going to happen in season 2 of the anime, and then people talked about how no, that, or online, they made me remember, no, that'll be season 3 when it gets to the things that I like the best, even though it's still fantastic. But yeah. Anyways, that show is super funny, and I want more people to watch it, and I relate to the main character real hard. Anyways, Sam's question to me was kind of one that I thought was weird at first. And then the more and more I thought about it, the more I realized I probably just have a simple answer. So Sam's question to me was pretty much, what's a hobby or something that I wish I got into earlier as a kid? And when I was a kid, before I even went to Lohican, I really liked, or I did these mini day camp things at home. One of them was a tennis camp thing, and the other one was an animation camp that I went to 2 or 3 times. I don't really remember, but I absolutely loved it. I worked on mostly stop motion paper animation, I had a whole trilogy, I believe, of the Clone Wars, not Star Wars Clone Wars. 6-year-old me was trying, or like 7-year-old me was really trying to get this deep philosophical concept out of his brain, but didn't know how. I need to go find this video, like, because it's like there's some VHS somewhere at my house in LA that I would have to find, but like it was basically this like civilization, well, not one civilization, like this conglomeration of civilizations in space created a cloning machine, and then each alien race was just represented by color. Like there was the red ones, the green ones, the blue ones, whatever. And once they made the cloning machine, everyone just kept using it and spawning like infinite versions of themselves, and war. So it was Clone Wars or something like that. And like I was trying so hard to get out the philosophy of just like how bad a cloning machine would be. But it was just weird and silly, and animation or just drawing for comics. One or both of those. It was just something I really wish I got into when I was younger, just like getting into the habit of just drawing, so that now I'd be good. Because turns out being good at drawing and art is really hard. And if I was better at just drawing in general, if I wanted to do animations more, which is something I like a lot, I'd be able to do that. If I wanted to create my own characters for games that I wanted to program, it would be easier to do that. And I just think it would be fun and cool. And like, especially now, like I didn't like know about manga as a kid, or I like the only anime I watched was Pokemon. I didn't like actually get into the anime at all until like high school. I really wish I could draw comics, and I can't. Boo. I mean, I can learn, but oh boy, that's a lot. That's a lot to do. Thought about taking classes at some point, but I don't know. That's something that I want to think about more when I have regular structure again. Yay. Yay. Ugh. It's gonna be a weird year. It's already a weird year. So I don't think I've talked about it on here, but I've definitely talked to Sam about this, about the possibility of going back to camp this summer. And because what else am I gonna do? But also I want to be there because circus, I will be in charge. But also, oh my god, I haven't done circus like professionally in like years, except for like teaching like 2 classes once at Emerald City. Sam, if camp happens, what do you think is going to be the weirdest different part about camp this summer? That's my question. I will see you next time. Farewell.